Hey, it's Bragg here with Can't Wait for Game with Jake.
Yo.
And we're here to do the top 5 cards of 2019. Let's get right into it.
Let's.
At number 5 we have Gazelle, the Salmon Great Gazelle. I was going to call it like a deer. I'm like, oh no, it would literally be a gazelle.
It is literally Gazelle.
Yeah.
The card made the deck very consistent, very good. Having, like, when it first came out to 3, that was the card that you most wanted to just get rid of. It was very annoying. It just meant that they had their plays all the time. And then Circle was at 3 when it first came out as well, so they always had access. And even to this day, it's probably the biggest problem card in that deck.
Yeah. And also was hit really quick. The structure deck came out, and then the ban list was at least 2 months, at most 2 months. And so then you had and then right away hit it. So, and obviously Konami, I would say any card that's limited within, a month or two of its releases, definitely overpowered. But in saying that's a structure deck, they're kind of always more...
Yeah, they're more willing to hit stuff that's come out in the structure deck because people haven't had a heavy investment into it, whereas stuff that comes out in sets, not so much.
Number 4 is Super Polymerization.
I don't agree with this.
Yeah, so obviously a contentious thing that it wasn't released this year, but it was unbanned this year, and then set to 2, and then 3 this year. Obviously, Carry Salad carries a lot of decks.
Oh yeah, this made this is one of the cards in the year that made the unbreakable board no longer a thing.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to out, particularly boards at the time were very dark oriented, so you just needed to make the Starving Venom, and they can't respond. Literally, there's no card that can stop that.
No.
So being able to break those kinds of boards with relative ease, especially when the card was at 2 and 3, it made it a lot easier. Phenomenal card.
Yeah, definitely.
But it didn't come out this year, so...
It's, we could give a special mention to something, but stay tuned to the podcast for that, where we go through what we all voted for and then call each other out on it.
Click the bell.
But number 3, IP.
Yes, Masquerena. So, to avoid the Super Poly problem, people went into IP, because there was only one monster on field.
Yeah.
So, less problems. Having an interrupt off turn is fantastic.
Yeah, it definitely gives a lot of decks, especially like that Orcus deck, way more flexible options. And I do think this is a card that will be relevant coming into the next format as well. It's just off-turn linking is so free.
Mm.
Number 2, Phantasme.
Yeah, this card's... It's very situational.
Yeah,
The amount of times where I've had it and I don't want it has sucked.
Obviously, I don't own the card. I've never been able to justify its use in any deck for its price point.
Oh, the price of it's insane. And that's partly due to... sorry, I didn't swear. That's partly due to Savage Strike no longer being in rotation. Well, it's in rotation, but in terms of sale,
yeah.
you literally can't get your hands on it unless it's a special ed, in which case your guaranteed pull ratios aren't there. So the ones that are in circulation are it. I think they're $140, $150 a card at the moment.
Yeah, and even then, it's cheap. It was $80, and that's for $80 for what is. You can main deck it, and if you're paying $80, I think you probably should find a way to justify it in the main originally.
Some decks can. There's a few that it's very good in the matchup against.
Yeah. Salmon Great run in the main.
Salmon Great can because they can afford to. It's great to run against Sky Striker, but not for Sky Striker, because then it occupies the main monster zone that causes the problems. Yeah,
it definitely is a weirder card that, it's been around for a little while, so...
It's selectively good, which generally means that it's not expensive, but just due to the unavailability of it, I think it's made it more expensive.
Mm. And number 1, probably no surprise.
Nibiru.
Yeah, Nibiru.
Going second dot card.
Yeah, this light type monster.
The salt is in the kitchen.
Where else would I keep
it? This card has it completely changed the way that people played. Just going into games 2 and 3, sometimes game 1, if someone's made you go second, you automatically have that thought.
Yeah.
like you're counting your summons. You need to think about how much damage you can put on board without doing 5 summons. It's completely changed the way the game's played.
Yeah, it was, and it's definitely filled that hole that Maxi is was missing.
Because you're not so much generating advantage; it's more bringing things back to a certain state. But the fact that like going second decks are so strong at the moment with cards like that, Super Poly, and just hand traps in general, it has skewed the favour to decks that can go second.
Yeah. But it also then isn't in order to include like Maxi was, where it's you can't run it going first and then you just can't run it all the time.
Yeah, that I suppose that's the balance of it. Like Maxi, you could run all the time, whereas Nibiru, it's only useful when you know you're not going first.
Yeah. So yeah, crazy powerful card. Oh, and easily accessible as well. Like I don't see this card ever. Well, not reasonably accessible. This card probably will only ever top out about $20.
Yeah, $20 to $25 for a single.
Don't pay more than 50 for a set.
Yeah,
despite us saying this, $20 to $25.
If they don't reprint this for a while and we don't get any other like anti-summoning stuff, I do definitely think that this card's. Well, I mean, I'm always just pick up 3. Like every deck, if you play this game
in every single side.
Yeah, if you play this game, you should have access to this card. Even if you might skip running it for a deck, you definitely should keep it around.
It's like Effect Veiler. Like Effect Veiler doesn't see play right now, but eventually people will start playing it again, and you just need to have it.
And why I say that is when Nibiru came out, I wasn't playing this game, and I still bought it because it's that good a card.
Yeah, it's weird how it sort of changed as well. Like when Dark Ruler was first announced, Dark Ruler No More, people were hyping that up more than Nibiru. But then when the actual cards came out and people started playing the format, I don't know whether it was maybe a change in format at the time, but it just became the fact that the Nibiru was the much better play.
Yeah. Anyway, for the other cards we rated, please check out our podcast in a few days from now, I'm pretty sure, for this. Or, if you're watching this next year for some reason. Why?
It's too late for you.
Yeah. Otherwise, this is Game with a Game, not Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. This is the top 5 cards. Woohoo, bye.